Hello and welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are doing a money reading, but before we get started, be sure to check out my other channel, Into the Unknown Tarot. We do daily collective readings over there. So if you're interested in checking that out, the link is in the description. All right, let's see who we're doing a money reading for. Cancer. All right, let's get started with your oracles. Messages for Cancer. Money messages for Cancer. Money messages for Cancer. You have medical expenses. On the bottom is Sugar Mama. All right, let's get the truth is. We're going to get 3 of these. Messages for Cancer. Two more. Do I need to take this card? And one more. So you have both ways. Partner wants commitment and single life. Leveling up. This connection is moving to the next level. And truth seeking. You will discover the truth about this situation soon. Oh, Lord. On the bottom is third party. A third party interfering with your relationship. Well, this is a money reading, but a money reading can show up in a lot of ways. Medical expenses. So it's indicating like money is a factor, or there's some sort of medical reasons why money is a factor, but there's always, it seems like this is something else that's going on. You could be, this connection is moving to the next level. So you could be engaged, fixing to get married. But it looks like someone, the other person may be cheating, or someone here is cheating. And that's going to be revealed with this truth seeking. You will discover the truth about this situation soon. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let's start with the overall energy. Overall energy for Cancer. Cognitive impairment. Neurodevelopmental disorder. Difficulty with mental tasks, people, or you underestimate you. On the bottom is Super Dodger. Avoidance, sidestepping, emotional hits or conflicts, consistently avoids harm, drama, or responsibility. So what it seems like someone is dealing with some sort of medical situation. And it seems like their partner isn't taking it very seriously. Tell me about cognitive impairment. Page of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Six of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles. This could also have something to do with children. Maybe children have some sort of medical issues. This is looking like I'm better off. I can do this on my own, or I'm better off on my own. It seems like someone's person is not being very supportive or helpful. This could be physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. It seems like someone here is dealing with a lot. And it feels to me as though the other person, their partner, is almost like just another child or something to take care of, something like that. Page of Cups in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, Nine of Pentacles. Three Cups in reverse, Ten of Swords in reverse, Temperance. There's something here that's happened in the past that someone is saying they're not going back to. It's like, we're not doing that again. Someone feels like they're better off on their own. Or someone feels as though they're doing all this on their own. Three Cups in reverse, Ten of Swords in reverse, Temperance. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, Swords in reverse. What I feel like is there's someone here dealing with something that's really important, and it's on the medical side of things. It's like all my focus needs to be on this situation. But I feel like someone's partner here is doing things like, so there's these medical issues, but then there's always there's these problems with the partner, like the things they're doing. To me, it seems like someone is feeling like it's just too much. I would be so much better. I believe I would be better on my own than having to deal with what I already have to deal with, and this person, and the shit they bring me, they bring on to me. I feel like someone feels very alone in whatever it is they're going through right now. But I also feel like this isn't the first time that this person has had to deal with issues from their person. I think someone feels as though they would be better off on their own, but they wouldn't be successful at doing it. Like, I would rather do this on my own and eliminate this person out of this picture, but I know I wouldn't be successful at it. Like, financially, I wouldn't be able to do it. This person seems like they seem immature, they seem irresponsible. To me, this partner feels like another child having to be taken care of or having to be looked after. And I feel like the one dealing with this is like, I already have enough on my plate and I really don't need this. So, three cards for cognitive impairment. To me, this cognitive impairment, to me, it seems more like there could be a child or children with some sort of medical issues, with this neurodevelopmental disorder, difficulty with mental tasks. This could be like autistic children, something like that. I just feel like there's someone here with a lot on their plate. We have Saturn in Virgo, sixth house isolation. Saturn in Aquarius, 11th house eccentricity. And Moon in Libra. Nope. Why am I getting these signs wrong? Moon in Leo, fifth house appreciation. So yeah, isolation, wanting to be separated from this person. The goal here is not to go back to the past. Someone here just wants to be appreciated, or they would appreciate not having to deal with someone else. Yeah, see, in regards to what the other person is doing, there is on their side of the situation, they're not recognizing how much responsibility is being put on this person, or it seems to me like they just don't care. Like I said, they're immature and irresponsible. So let's see the situation. Tell me about the situation for Cancer. I need to take this card. Jilted, suddenly rejected or abandoned, left without warning, betrayed, emotionally unfulfilled promises. Yep, that's what I was talking about. On the bottom is abundant minded, believes resources, love, success, or joy are not finite, mindset of plenty, unselfish, altruistic, content. It looks like to me this person may be leaving the other three. Tell me about jilted. The Hierophant, Taurus energy, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, this is talking about this leveling up. This connection is moving to the next level. I don't think something here is being put on hold. Saying someone isn't walking away, but there's definitely a break or a pause here in regards to some sort of commitment. I think the one dealing with this is seeing that their partner is not they're not someone that they need. Their partner's not going to be supportive. The Hierophant, Four of Swords, Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, giving up on the commitment. Four Swords in reverse on the Four Swords upright. And the Devil. I think the person dealing with this doesn't see a future here with this person. Nine of Wands in reverse, Four Swords in reverse, the Devil. So this person may not be cheating. It's just that they're in a commitment, but they act like they're carefree. That's the problem here. Yeah, this is like giving up on the relationship. Three of Swords, heartbreak. To me, this just looks like someone's thinking, this is not the type of person I want on my side. And it feels to me like because they're not taking something seriously that should be taken seriously, and they're not being helpful in regards to the stress and the pressures that someone is dealing with. Once again, I feel like there's medical issues. Someone could be, this is about money. So someone could be working a lot to try to pay for some sort of medical issues that are going on right now. I just feel like the other person is not doing their part. And it's like, why are you even here? Why are you even here? 3 cards. Oh my gosh, the cards are falling all over. 3 cards for Jilted. Mars in Aquarius, 11th house rebellion. Jupiter in Virgo, 6th house patience. That card was wanting to fall out. And Moon in Pisces, 12th house empathy. I feel like the person dealing with this is looking at the other thinking, why do you not see what I'm dealing with and want to be like, what can I do to help? Or jump in to be a help to me. Because someone here is being patient with someone else, but they're also, I feel like they're dumbfounded by the fact of, the feeling I'm getting is the partner, one person is doing everything. There's some sort of medical issue here. It's either going on with the person who's dealing with this, or this person has children with the other and there's some sort of issues with the children. But there's all these stressors. There's taking care of the medical issues, trying to get the money together to pay for these medical issues. And it's like the other person is acting as if there's nothing going on. I don't feel like this person is doing anything to insert themselves in this situation to make things easier or better or more affordable for the one who's dealing with this. It's like they're on their own. And it's like, why are you even here? Okay. So let's get the outcome. Tell me about the outcome for Cancer. Outcome for Cancer. Partial. Unfairly favoring one side, behaving differently depending on who they're dealing with. On the bottom is getting more serious, moving from light and casual to more focused, meaningful or grounded, planning routes. So see, this is showing up like this leveling up. So it seems to me there's an indication here that these two aren't married yet, or they're planning on getting married. But because all this happening, someone's thinking, I don't think this is the person I want to marry, because it's like just having another child. And this could be a situation, and this could be like the catalyst that ends the situation. This person may, for other people, jump at the drop of a hat to help them when they're in need, but it doesn't happen for the one who's dealing with this. Tell me about partial. Death, Scorpio energy, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands in reverse. To me, it seems like the one who's dealing with this, when they watch this person, they just sense dread. I feel like this person is seeing clearly that this relationship should probably not move forward. I think this person is hiding that they're planning on ending the relationship, which that's not what it's talked about from the beginning. Is I just want to get away from this person. I think someone is holding on to something tightly in regards to ending something because their ships are not coming in. This seems to me like a marriage is not going to happen. Or if this is already a marriage, it's not going to be for much longer. Death, Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands in reverse. Five of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. Having regret and disappointment about an ending, but this person is not being supportive. That's what I'm talking about. This person may not work. They might, or if they do work, they may not be helping to bring the money in. Like I said, the focus here is medical expenses. There is something going on in the medical area that money is an issue. But it's not just that, it's everything else too. The reading is trying to indicate one person is trying to do everything and the other person is doing nothing to help. And due to that, it is affecting this relationship because someone is saying, when times get tough, you're not in this with me. Five of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords, King of Wands. Yep. This person could be lazy. I just heard get up off your ass. They could be lazy, but I feel more, it's just, I feel like in their mind, they think the other person has got this. But still yet. And the person dealing with this may come off as, I've got this. But if that's the case, the one who's dealing with this needs to communicate their stressors. If you've already done that, I don't feel like this person, I wouldn't say they don't want to help. I don't think they know what to do. They're just, I feel like they're immature, irresponsible. So if it is that they don't know what to do, then they just don't do anything. They just try to like stay out of the way. And that's just more annoying to the one who's dealing with this. I feel like the one dealing with this, I think I've said this like 5 times, but I just, whatever comes up in my mind, I say it. This person is highly stressed. They're dealing with too much. And they're trying to keep it all together. But they feel like they're the only one who is doing anything. 3 cards for partial. Mercury in Aquarius, 11th house, originality. Moon in Libra, 7th house, companionship. I'm telling you, this person wants the relationship to end. Sun in Sagittarius, 9th house, enthusiasm. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. So the goal, 11th house is groups, goals, friends, groups, goals, aspirations. So the goal here is to end things. Someone's looking at their options, having regret and disappointment. Yep. The other person, this person's partner is just not meeting their standards whatsoever, at least at this time. You have disappointment in the other person that they're not stepping up to the plate. It's like I said, they shouldn't have to treat the other like a child. They shouldn't have to tell them everything they need to do in order to be helpful. And this is 7th house about marriage or other partnerships. So I don't think this person has said, I want out of the relationship. But they are definitely, I think they've already decided whether they've realized that or not. I think this person's kind of stuck at this point, though, because I feel like whatever is going on medically is creating financial burdens. Ninth house about travel. It's also, yeah, travel, law, religion. I just don't think, I think someone here is wanting out of the relationship. So let's see the advice. Tell me about the advice for Cancer. You have taste of their own medicine, justice, karma, natural balance of cause and effect, accountability, and hopefully growth, revenge. On the bottom is limited edition. You're special. There is only one you. No one else can measure up. Stop comparing your uniqueness. So, getting a taste of their own medicine. Tell me about taste of their own medicine. Cause and effect. Accountability. Queen of Wands in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ace of Swords. Seven of Cups. Ooh, looks like someone here is giving some sort of truth about someone's options. This is like giving an ultimatum. It's like you can either do this or you can do that. It's your choice. Queen of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords. Seven of Cups. Ending birth. Yeah. Ten of Swords or Ten of Wands in reverse. Two of Swords. Page of Swords in reverse. So what is happening here is the one who's dealing with all this is putting the ball in the other's court. This is saying, I need you to take the burden off, some of this burden off of me. It's your decision. Let me get Ten of Wands in reverse, Two of Swords, Page of Swords in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. King of Pentacles. So the advice is to, I think it's saying the advice is to speak up here. Because I don't think this person is ready to get out of the relationship. And the other person isn't aware of that. So this is saying to give this person, the advice is to give this person an ultimatum. This is putting everything on the table. And dependent on the actions that this person takes is where you'll take your next move. Because this is saying you have a choice. You can either do this or we're going to do that. So, like, either you can step up and help me do whatever it is I need done, or you can just go on because you're not being helpful. You're not helping me. You're not relieving any of my burdens. So, therefore, what are you here for? You're supposed to be my partner. So, 3 cards for taste of their own medicine. Romance, Venus in Taurus, second house romance. So, second house, that's about money. Money, possessions, values, and skills. Mars in Libra, seventh house choice. Yeah, see, marriage and other partnerships. It's saying you have a choice and the relationship is on the line. Sun in Libra, seventh house harmony. Yeah. This is saying, what can you do? Or you need to make a decision in regards to what you can do to ease my burdens, to help carry the load that I'm carrying. If you're unable to do that, then we may as well end this relationship. So it's definitely saying there needs to be a conversation here. And it seems as though it's trying to indicate you need to make this person's choice. They need to be accountable for the choices they're going to make. And if they say, I'm going to help you carry this burden, then they need to prove themselves. I do feel like this has to do with money. This person may not work, or this could be a situation where more money needs to come in and they're not stepping up to do that. All right, let's get the closing messages. Closing messages for Cancer. You have next year. You are manifesting poverty. It will happen in the future. I don't know if the person dealing with this is manifesting poverty, but if there is someone who, especially if they're not working or if they're not doing anything to try to bring extra money in, they could be doing that. Closing messages for Cancer. You have ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. I need to read the bottom of this deck. It says progress. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. Yeah, that's kind of what the advice is indicating. Like, tell this person that they need to do something and see how that goes. Because a lot of times, when you have these discussions, it'll make someone get a fire under their ass for maybe 2 weeks and then they go back to doing what they were doing before. So, like I said, this is putting the ball in the other person's court to prove themselves, to show what they're really going to do. And you need to give that enough time to make sure they're not just putting on a performance long enough for it to fade out again. All right, Cancer, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.